illness. This is 1.14 Sahithy Vani News Roundup. Moving to the top stories of this week. Mysterious liver illness reported in kids in USA and Europe. UGC guidelines pave way for students to pursue 2 degrees simultaneously. Bangalore-based Minvax Laboratories develops the first warm COVID-19 vaccine. Finland for tie-up with Kerala in school education. And the first ever Kerala school games to be held in October. Now the news in detail. Health officials in several European countries and USA are investigating mysterious cases of severe liver disease in children. Apart from Alabama in USA, cases have been reported from UK, Ireland and Spain. They suspect that the liver complication is caused by adenovirus 41, which is normally associated with gut inflammation. For the first time, the government announced that students can now pursue 2 full-time and same-level degree courses in physical mode simultaneously. UGC chairperson M. Jagadish Kumar said, "This would allow students to acquire multiple skills as announced in National Education Policy 2020. A section of academics, on the other hand, felt that the move could impede the nurturing of expertise in disciplines. Today, April 24, is World Malaria Day. Malaria, a life-threatening disease, resulted in around 6 lakh deaths worldwide in 2020, according to WHO. Most of these have been reported from the sub-Saharan African region, and the shocking thing is children under 5 years accounted for 80% of the deaths. The most depressing fact is that it's a preventable disease and 1,320 children die from it every day. We have Lakshmi Linu from Christnagar Public School, Attingel, with the story on this killer disease.
World Malaria Day is celebrated on April 25 every year. Malaria is an acute fertile illness caused by Plasmodium parasites which are spread to people through the bites of infected female Anopheles mosquitoes. There are 5 parasite species that cause malaria in humans, and 2 of these species, P. falciparum and P. vivax, pose the greatest threat. P. falciparum is the deadliest malaria parasite and the most prevalent on the American continent. P. vivax is the dominant malaria parasite in most countries outside of sub-Saharan Africa. Fever, headache and chills etc. are the first symptoms, usually appear 10 to 15 days after the ineffective mosquito bite and may be mild and different to recognize as malaria. Left untreated, P. falciparum malaria can progress to severe illness and death within a period of 24 hours. Malaria has been a major public health problem in India. Despite several challenges, India has made great strides in the past 2 decades towards eliminating malaria. Ending malaria remains a top government priority in India. World Malaria Day 2020 will be marked harness innovation to reduce the malaria burden and save lives. In 2020, nearly half of the world's population was at risk of malaria. Some population groups are at considerably higher risk of contracting malaria and developing severe disease. Infants, children under 5 years of age, pregnant women and patients with HIV, as well as people with low immunity. According to the latest World Malaria Report 2020, there were an estimated 241 million cases of malaria worldwide. The estimated number of malaria deaths stood at 6,27,000 in 2020. Early diagnosis and treatment of malaria reduces diseases, prevents deaths, and contributes to reducing transmission. Who recommends that all suspected cases of malaria be confirmed using parasite based diagnostic testing. The WHO regularly convinces the world's leading malaria experts to review available evidence and advise on recommendations to control and eliminate malaria. To achieve sustainable control over malaria, healthcare professionals will need a combination of new approaches and tools, and research will play a critical role in development of those next generation strategies.
Thank you, Lakshmi, for that informative story. Minvax Laboratories has developed a worm vaccine which is unique among existing vaccines in that it can be stored at 37 degrees Celsius for 4 weeks and doesn't need to be refrigerated. Bangalore-based Minvax is a company incubated at Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. This is a significant development because half of the world's population, mostly in low-income countries, have just started their first dose of COVID-19 vaccines. These countries have poorly equipped cold storage facilities, and it's here the Minvax vaccine could be efficiently deployed. Finland authorities have responded positively to Kerala government's request for collaboration in the field of school education, said Education Minister V. Shivankuti. A Finnish team would visit Kerala in August for further discussions and would focus on school curriculum, teachers' empowerment, and use of technology. Finland is the only country where students have high reading proficiency as well as high life satisfaction. This is because students have a healthy balance between school time and free time, allowing them to engage more in extracurricular activities. Now in science news, NASA's Hubble telescope has confirmed that it has sighted the largest comet ever seen. The comet, named Bernardinelli-Bernstein, is not a threat to Earth, as the nearest it will get to Earth is 1 billion miles away from the Sun, that too in 2031. Going to educational news. The Commissioner for Entrance Examination has postponed the KEAM 2022 entrance examination for engineering and pharmacy courses to July 3, since the schedule clashed with that of National Joint Entrance Examination, which has been rescheduled. From the world of sports, the first ever Kerala School Games, which involves all the schools in Kerala, that is, state, ICSE, CBSE, Kendriya Vidyalaya and Navodaya schools will be organized by Kerala Olympic Association in October this year. The games will include 25 disciplines. This initiative by Kerala Olympic Association is to achieve its goal of unearthing sporting talents early from all schools in the state. Now, Sahithy Vani news. The global chairperson of United Religions Initiative, URI, Kiran Pally, who is on an Indian visit, was given a rousing welcome at a function conducted at Comrade Research Center in Keshavadasapuram, Trivandrum. Later, she planted trees as part of Green Touch program at Karnasha Memorial School, Payad. URI is a global interfaith network which was started during the Golden Jubilee celebration of UN. Sahithy Publications, which is in the vanguard of promoting literary talents, has its new offering, a travelogue by a high school student. The author is Miss Sneha S., who is a 9th standard student from Karma Girls Higher Secondary School, Vardakad. After 2 years of COVID confinement, the school students of Kerala are upbeat about an actual vacation this year. Summer camps have opened up all over the state. In the capital city, children are waiting eagerly for the 11th edition of Venalthumbi camp conducted by Kerala Balajana Sakyam. To update us on how the preparations are shaping up for this year's event, we have our own correspondent and one of the coordinators of the event, Miss Alu Krishna, with this report.
Balajana Sakyam Trivandrum Union is all ready to welcome students from all over Kerala for the summer campaign Ulthumbi, which will be conducted from 7 to May 13th. Today is the last day for the closure of registration process for the camp. Any student who have missed your turn for registering, do not take a chance to miss this opportunity. Hurry up and do go and register now itself. The preparations of the upcoming camp are going very smoothly. We have formed an official WhatsApp group of all the participants, coordinators and conveners of the camp. Important updates, announcements and details of the daily activities of the camp will be shared through the WhatsApp group by the camp conveners. On relation with various topics, daily tasks are being given to the participants of the camp from April 10th onwards. The daily task winners will be announced by the chief guest of the inaugural ceremony of our camp, eminent writer Dr. George Onakusar, on May 7, 10 a.m. at Malangara Social Service Society Srodha Center near Pattam St. Mary's School. The camp offers the participants 4-day interesting indoor sessions on various topics by very special faculties and 3-day outdoor sessions. Boating, science park visit, circular bus travel, civil service training session, cartoon study, script writing sessions, photography, bird watching are the key elements of the camp. Cultivating little minds to adapt with the Mother Earth is the main motive of the camp. On the occasion of the closure ceremony of the camp, the best camper would be recognized with K. Matthew Award. We look forward to meet you all there on May 7th. Thank you.
Thank you, Alu. Hoping that the event would be a great success. We will move on to the next news. The second Sahithy Laladambiga Andarjanam Award was presented by Speaker M.B. Rajesh to Salin Mankuri at YMCA Trivandrum for his book named Pada on Wednesday. That's the news roundup for the Diamond Jubilee episode of Sahithy Vani.